If you like watching the NBA and keeping up with it, and you're a human being and didn't have the ability to watch every game that happened yesterday, January 23rd, this is the place for you. Today I'm going to briefly go over every game that happened yesterday and the highlights. If it's blowouts, I'm going to talk about it less. If it's a close game, I'm going to talk about it more. I believe there were 10 games yesterday, but let's get started. We're going to start out by talking about the Spurs-Pacers game. It was a 30-point blowout, Spurs favor. Saw Wemby score 30 points, have 5 blocks, and a steal. I believe he had 10 rebounds too. But it also showed Harrison Barnes shooting a ridiculous 9 for 10 from the field for 20 points. And then Devin Vassell also had 25 points for them. The only person that really did anything on the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin with 24 points on 14 shots, so shout out. Second game, not a lot to talk about when it comes to that, is the Magic Trailblazers game. We saw Franz Wagner return. Fortunately, Paolo Banchero threw up a stinker, and they lost by 30 to a crappy team. The next game was another blowout. The Celtics may be in trouble because we just saw them lose to the Lakers, a play-in team most likely, by 25 points. And it only saw one player shoot over 50%, Porzingis. We saw the Warriors dominate the Bulls in the second half to win by 25 points. Steph had 20, but overall it was a really good team effort, and the Bulls are just having an amazing tank session going on. We saw James Harden triple-double help the Clippers blow out the worst team in the NBA, the Washington Wizards. Not a lot to say there. And final blowout, we saw the Bucks beat the Heat by 25 points. Damian Lillard had a rare triple-double, and Jimmy Butler missed another game. He's actually getting suspended again, which is unfortunate. But it was an absolutely crazy day. 6 blowouts out of 9 games is unfortunate. At least we had a couple triple-doubles. But let's get into the big games. We had 3 close games mixed in. We had a Hawks-Raptors game that ended up going to the Raptors by 3 points down the wire. It was a fantastic team effort by both teams. Unfortunately, midway through the game, we saw Jalen Johnson leave with a shoulder injury and not return, which put the Hawks at a disadvantage, and the game did end with them losing. But we saw an amazing game played by the Raptors, the potential of what they could be if they weren't trying to tank to a good player. We saw them shoot 58% from the field and 42% from 3. So this was just a perfectly played game for them, even if they didn't want it to happen. The Nuggets game against the Sacramento Kings was another big one. It saw the Kings down 25 going into the fourth quarter. Jokic subs out for 6 minutes. The Kings scored 9 straight points. He comes back in. It's now a 15-point game, 16-point game. And the Kings just keep on coming even after. And with only a minute left, it's a 5-point game. But luckily, Jokic is the greatest NBA player in the league right now. And so we saw him close out the game in Jokic fashion, and they ended up winning by 11 points. And turned out everything that happened was all for nothing. But this is another game where if you watch it, I'd advise watching the fourth quarter. Scored 24. Spencer Dinwiddie looked like prime Dinwiddie. He had 28 points on 14 shots, and we had PJ Washington scored 20 as well. So overall, it was a solid game, a good game. But we also Jalen Williams, Mr. J-Dev himself, have an incredibly efficient 33 points, which ultimately is what kept that game close throughout. Lu Dort also got ejected for punching someone in the balls, so that was exciting. I would say if you watch one game that happened today, watch this game. It was a lot of fun. Overall, an action-packed day in the NBA. I wish there was less blowouts, but it is what it is. At least we got 3 close games. And we had 2 games with, hopefully, playoff teams going against each other. If you liked this, please make sure to comment down below and let me know. I'd love to hear it. And I hope that everyone has a blessed day.